better
There.
handwriting.
So-
Get.
Mikey is Sean
You already
Sean and
passed
Will's dad, and he got on the elevator.
Shh.
How you been? How do you do small talk with your? How do you small talk your father when dad is a language so foreign that whenever you try to
Money.
say it, it feels like you have a third lip or
Money.
a second tongue?
Money.
I guess. I wanted to unload, just tell him about Sean and how mom cried and drank and scratched herself to sleep, how I was feeling, the rules, all that. I already know. I know. I know. I know. I don't know. I don't know what to do. No crying, not in front of Pops, not in front of no one, never.
Can't see, Jennifer.
What do you think you should do? Follow the rules just like you did.
Can I go see my Matthew? So I can see or somewhere?
Oh yeah, yeah, you're in the wrong spot. You should be in a spot where you can actually see. Just because I'm standing right in front of you. Yeah, move back there for today.
But where?
You know you can move right here, right?
You ever heard your father's story? Of course. So do we know yet how Mikey died?
Kinda.
I wonder if he's dead too.
That's not the story we're talking about. What you know is how I killed sorry. What you know is how I was killed. But you don't know. You just
What does
don't
that
know.
sound?
When Mark was shot, I was shattered, like shards of my own heart, shivving me on the inside, just like your mama told you.
Bring, bring,
It's gonna be it.
bring, bring.
Stop.
Echo, echo,
Frickin' stop.
echo. Stop. Just stop. Stop. Don't say it. Stop. Not in the middle of the video. How dare?
No. Right there. Okay. You and Sean were little, and I couldn't just come home and be a daddy and a husband when I couldn't be a brother no more. But I didn't cry, didn't snitch, knew exactly who killed Mark, knew I could get him. The rules taught to me by Mark, taught to him by our pop. That night I walked 2 blocks to where Mark used to move, where dirt was done. I knew that was my guy, the guy that shot my brother dead in the street. This guy who just happens to be on the corner, right? Pop, pop, pop. By the 3rd, he was down, but I gave him 1 more just because I was angry. Pop. So angry. Like something had gotten into me. That something must be what my mom meant by the nighttime. Yes, it's a naked guy. Sorry. But you did what you had to do. The rules are the rules. I killed the wrong guy.
Ooh.
You ain't killed G? No, I did. But G didn't kill Mark? G was just some kid trying to be tough, trying to make a few bucks, a flunky for the guy who killed Mark. Then why you kill him? I didn't know he wasn't the right guy. I was sure that was Mark's killer. Had to be. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
Had to be. Is that a good enough reason?
No.
Had to be? No. But sadly, it's something that we do a lot. We do something just because we think that's what had to happen, even though it's not, because we don't always understand what happened. Had to be. My father was not like I had imagined him. I spent my whole life missing a misser. That disappointed me. Wasn't sure what he was thinking. Maybe that I was exactly how he had imagined. Maybe that disappointed him. I miss. Who are you? I miss you. Who are you? I'm confused. I'm cracking. I don't know what the heck to do. Sorry, I'm censoring a little bit today. Wait a second. What's happening here?
He grabbed the gun.
What you doing? What the heck you doing? It was the first time I had ever had a gun to my head. First time I had been that close to death. See this? Tick. So what happened?
That's how he died.
No, he didn't have no bullets in his head. No, he didn't have no bullets in the chamber.
Yeah. But we know earlier that there was one, right?
Yes.
So what happened?
He lost his will, maybe?
First time I had been that close to death.
Oh, he shot all the bullets at the other guy he killed on purpose.
But remember when they first got in the elevator, Buck showed that there was 15 bullets in it.
He wasn't here, but yeah. He
Well,
reloaded it.
that was either in the
I
second
saw that, I
recording
saw
or, yeah. First time I had been that close to death. You would think I would be thinking about whether or not he could actually do it since he wasn't real. So we gotta understand what happened. Why did his dad just take the gun away?
Because of the mask, he looks like he has a tear.
Oh, because he saw
here?
too much.
No.
Okay,
Because
yeah, you're right. What?
He's maybe was going because is that his dad right there?
Yeah.
Maybe his dad doesn't trust him. Maybe he'll go to the police station and tell him.
His dad is dead, right?
Yes.
For
Is
sure.
that his dad?
Okay. Just remember that he pulled the trigger and nothing happened. It went tick. But the hugs were real and the gun was real. Weren't no ghost bullets in that clip. Those were real bullets. 15 total, one for every year of my life. My stomach was aching, the quaking world in the bottom of it. I could feel myself splitting apart. A warm sensation ran through the lower half of my body, seeping down my legs into my sneakers. I'm trying to make sure I know what's...
I don't know what's going on there.
So what happened? He peed his pants. He was so afraid of the gun that he peed his pants. I wished this stupid elevator would get to L, for this whole thing to hurry up and be done. Ding. Ugh.
It's coming now.
9:08:47 a.m. A stranger, a normal guy, didn't acknowledge nobody. No dead body, no live body, no smoke, normal. So I figured he was real, which made me real embarrassed about the pee, but made me real happy I wasn't all the way gone. Yo. Psst. Yo, dude, I know you. Your name's Frick, right? Remember me? Oh, crap, Buck? Buck? What's good, man? Nothing is good at all. This is Danny, Mark, Mikey, and remember Sean? This is little brother Will. How you know this guy, huh? What's he doing here? How do I know him? This is the man who murdered me. They're getting along nice, I guess. Hey, man, it's been a while since you shot me. So we're about to learn how Buck died, okay? Wait. Hold up. Hold the hell on. You serious? You heard me, right? See, Frick here? I muted it. Why did it mute? You heard me, right? See Frick here? Why they call you that anyway? It's really Frank. Twin sister Francis, Frick and Frack. Came from my uncle. Stupid stuff old men call you, stick in the hood. What you telling? Who you telling? Matter of fact, because of you, because of him, Will, the only reason people around here know my government name is from reading it on my dang tombstone. Buck's real name was James. Buck short for Young Buck. Nickname given by stepfather as a joke because Buck couldn't grow no facial hair. Smooth baby face. Buck was two-sided. Two dads, Step and Rio. Step raised him, a preacher, not scared of no one, praying for anyone, helping everyone. Rio run through him, a bank robber, would steal air from the world if he could get his hands on it. People always said he was taught to do good, but doing bad was in his blood. And there's that nighttime Mom always be talking about. It'll snatch your teaching from you, put a gun in your hand, a grumble in your gut, and some sharp in your teeth.
Can I make the computer?
I'm gonna just turn off the thing. This is bugging me.
Click, 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 click. said, maybe it's
It's a
Ghostbuster.
ghost computer.
Maybe it's him. Maybe it's him. Maybe it's him since he's a ghost.
People always said he was. Wait, I already read that part. See the dark? Remember when it said, when you're walking in the nighttime, make sure the nighttime ain't walking into you? This is the nighttime the mom was talking about. He was born to do bad. And do we know anything else about Buck?
He's a drug
He
dealer.
can't grow no facial hair.
He can't grow no facial hair. Yes, Ron?
He's short.
Riggs was short.
Oh.
That was really good memory though, because you remembered that was something. I was actually trying to make sure I remembered that too. But yeah, Riggs is the one who was short. Buck was actually really tall.
Oh. But now he's.
But he didn't start that way. At first, Buck was a small-time hustler. Dime bags on the corner. What's a hustler?
Moneymaker.
Will you guys write on Buck, the square that says Buck, will you write hustler? It's muted!
I told you it's Casper, your friendly ghost, wanting to talk to you.
Let's see if it's unmuted now. Nope, it's muted.
Turn off the notifications! Alright, now duct tape.
Just mute the site or something. Or just turn off your volume.
I just muted the other speaker too. But he didn't start that way. At first, Buck was a small-time hustler, dime bags on the corner. Same old story until my pop got popped and Buck became a big brother to Sean. And a robber to a bunch of suburban neighborhoods. So a hustler is someone who's like a thief. They trick people out of their money, and then he became a full-time robber. So make sure it says that on Buck, okay? That he was a hustler, a thief.
Hustler.
He was a thief. He stole money.
And come back and a robber to a bunch of suburban neighborhoods, and come back with money, the most sneakers, the best, and jewelry, the finest. Hello.
That is from Matthew.
Hello. Matthew, I got your Gatorade for me.
Okay. Hey Matthew, may I
Yes,
have
yourself.
that Gatorade?
What?
And come back with, so he would break into people's houses and steal stuff. Back to Frick. I was shocked. When I heard that this dude killed Buck, yeah, this is the guy. Sean never told you the story? Sean just said you were shot and that he knew who did it. I know who did it. See, these are memories because they're blue. I know who did it. Knock, knock. Police, open up. That was the one. Wait. Heard you were close to James. That was the one time I heard Buck's real name. You know who did it? Who killed him? Shot him twice in the stomach in the street? No. Why didn't he say?
Because there's no snitching.
No
snitching.
snitching.
Sean ain't saying nothing to the cops, to no one. Just locked himself in his room for hours. So what's his job now? What's Sean's job?
Revenge.
To go
Rule number 3, revenge. You're right. 9:08 and 54 seconds. He's been on the elevator for about a minute.
He's been out there for an hour.
He's been on the elevator for about 1 minute.
Wow, that takes a long time for the story.
Yeah. Sean and I were hanging out at the court just before it went down. Sean was telling me how he had gotten into a little scuffle with one of the dudes from the Dark Sons. Said he had to get your mother some kind of soap she uses that he could only get from the store down by where they hang out. So here's Sean, and here's Buck. And this is when Buck was alive, obviously. And he said he got in a fight with someone from the Dark Sons because he had to go into their territory, right? Has it said anything about Sean being in a gang yet?
No.
Okay, so we don't know if Sean was in a gang or not.
He's a
He
fish
said he had to
rod.
get your mother some kind of soap she uses, so he was going into that area. A dumb thing to say would have been to tell Buck how important the soap was, that it stopped Mom from scraping loose a river of wounds. But instead I just said, Riggs? I'm not sure what his name is. Sean said he was going to the store when the dude ran up on him, talking all this crap about how he was a Dark Son and how Sean ain't belong around here. Sean was all emotional, explaining how he grew up with the kid, Riggs. And the kid was brand new. I told him, let it roll off, but he couldn't. While he's going on about this dude, I'm trying to show him this chain I got from some kid out in the burbs. But what does that have to do with my brother and this guy? Hold on, I'm getting to that. So because Sean was tripping so hard about this dark sun dude, I gave him the gold chain, his first one. See? Gold chain. Who's this?
The guy
Oh,
probably
frick.
shot him.
But look, wait.
I think it's interesting that he's got a,
That says James.
it says faith on his tattoo.
I thought it said father.
So because Sean was tripping so hard about this dude, this dark sun dude, I gave him the gold chain, his first one. How to become a dark sun. So we talked about this a little bit already, but how do people get into a gang?
You have to get jumped in.
What?
You have to get jumped in.
Which means what?
Beating up by the whole entire gang.
So that's part of an
And
initiation.
then they have to go kill someone.
So in order to get into the dark sun, this is what had to happen. Number one, turf. So you had to live in the right spot. 9 blocks from where I live. Number 2, The Shining. It's a cigarette burn under the right eye. Ow. That's probably why it's called Dark Sun. And number 3, a dark deed. So that's what you said, right, Camden? You have to do something bad. Robbing someone, beating someone, or the worst, bam, bam, killing someone. So, before we go further, I want to ask you guys, why would we read something like this?
Educational.
Well, kind of, yeah.
So you can think of other activities after.
No.
Other activities?
Okay,
Make
that's
sure you
just
don't
one
do
that's
it.
really
I like the
like
book.
Make sure you don't do it.
Awareness.
So, not every book is trying to teach you a lesson, okay? And it's important that it's not like saying, like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, don't steal people's porridge or whatever, okay?
Don't steal their oatmeal.
That's a tale that is supposed to be teaching you a lesson. This is a story about things that happen in the real world, okay? So we can learn a lot from it, but I think most importantly, we can understand more about what's going on in the world around us. Will you stop that? Find a fidget that is less disruptive. Thank you. It's something that we can learn about the world. We can learn about other people. We can learn about their experiences. Okay? Like, we do not know that Riggs was the one who killed Sean, but Will is pretty much just already had his mind made up about that. I think about stuff like that and wonder, like, what if I'm judging people like that and I don't really know the truth? What if when I see someone being a punk and I'm like, oh, that kid's a punk, I don't know, maybe they have bigger problems going on.
Like maybe,
Right?
like there's some other kids that bully me all the time, and they're just,
So have you thought about those kids?
yeah.
What's going on in their lives? Why would they do that?
I want to talk to them, but then I don't want them hurting me.
So, and you don't have to, but what I want you to think about there is, what if, as we're about to see with this guy, what if we don't understand the whole story? When I see someone who is being a bully, most of the time I really just feel sorry for them. And I know it's weird to be sorry for the bully.
You
But-
just don't know what's going on in their life.
They're a bully because of something. Nobody is just like, oh, I'm just going to be a bully because it's fun. Usually people who feel good about themselves aren't bullies. The people who hate themselves, the people who maybe are being bullied by other people or in like bad situations in homes that they live in, or brothers or sisters, or even parents sometimes, they become bullies. So you know that their life's pretty screwed up. And that's why they do that. So I think for someone to be bullied and just say like, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry your life is so hard. To the bully, feeling sorry for a bully is probably one of the best ways to handle it, because you can kind of understand what's happening to them, because there's probably something bad happening to them. Yeah. Ron.
So the point of when someone might be bullied, what if the dude is sent out that has to do something, or else something bad's going to happen to him?
Yep.
Oh, interesting. That's a good question.
What, like, if they don't do what the gang tells them to do?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, then you get shot.
The worst bullies in a gang member's life is definitely their gang. They are constantly afraid. Gang members have talked about that. They say that their gang is supposed to protect them, but those people are constantly afraid. Like what Camden was saying about the gang members beating the new gang member up. Would you really beat up a member of your own family as a way of welcoming them into your gang? That's not a good
Yes.
group of people, right? That's not a group to protect you. In fact, that's why so many people in gangs die, because they're not there to protect them. And they say they are, oh, we got to be loyal to each other. But really, they're not. They're really protecting themselves.
But some people, like me, like I have some things that happened in my life that's bad, like severe, like my mom passed away and all that. But some people actually choose not to do that wrong.
That's true. That's true. And that's a really, really good thing and a very important thing. Okay? Because the bully does have a choice. That doesn't necessarily mean, though, we shouldn't feel sorry for them. Because I think that's also the last thing a bully wants, is for someone to feel sorry for them. So when someone's being a bully, I'm always like, hey man, I'm sorry that your life is so hard. They're like, what? Because they're trying to act tough, right?
Like-
But I'm glad that's a good point, because we don't have to choose to be like that.
'Cause
You're absolutely
if
right.
If I would have chose wrong, I could have been put in juvenile court and all that.
Yeah.
Some bullies, you just say, congratulations, you are now as smart as a kindergartner.
Yeah, they'll probably beat you up for that though.
But yet again.
The best response to a bully, honestly, in most normal situations is, oh, cool. And that sounds weird. Someone's like, you're ugly. Cool.
And how about you?
You make them look stupid because then they'll stutter.
And when someone
throw
says call you
themselves
ugly,
off,
just
and then
reply,
they'll walk
do
away.
you know how to get to Sesame Street?
Okay, so let's go on. Some of the things that we can learn here. I got scared, so I pulled the trigger. So this guy was sent to join the Dark Sons. He was going to do his dark deed, and he got scared and he shot him. He shot Buck. I was just trying to earn my stripes. Can't knock me for that. No judgment here. I think it's weird. Like, I kind of judge it. Like, you probably shouldn't go killing people.
Okay, get
That's not very nice.
the
Bang, bang. Again, what does this have to do with Sean? Sean stuck to the rules. You mean he, bang, bang. This guy's Frick, right?
Yeah.
I should change my name to Frick. That's a cool name.
bring, bring.
No.
So-
You should name yourself Princess Peach.
Will you write on your papers where it
No.
says Sean, write killed Frick.
Killed.
Sean killed Frick. Add it for rule number 3.
Hey, that's not.
But why hasn't the mother killed anyone yet?
I don't know. Actually, he only pulled the trigger once, so it was more like bang. 15 bullets. Took me before I ever got my shining. See this? Your brother's fingerprints are in there somewhere. Ha! I bet it's his middle finger. How'd Sean know Frick was the guy who killed you? Only one other person at the court that night. A young man running back and forth trying to dunk. Think you know him. Tony? He wasn't trying to dunk. He was trying to fly. So, why were there only 15 bullets in the gun?
It's
He
like,
shot somebody.
Because there were supposed to be 16, but Sean shot Frick.
What?
Yes.
Maybe the reason why there's only 15 is because someone may have threatened him. So what he did is he grabbed the gun and shot him once to the head.
Sean shot Frick. That's why there was one bullet gone.
Frick
Yeah,
got
so
killed right
it might-
here. No.
he would either have
It's
to
on the
shoot the
picture.
heart or
Yeah,
the
he
head.
shot him right here in the chest. Tony talking ain't the same as snitching. Snitching is bumping gums to badges, but Tony talking was laying claim to loyalty, an allegiance to the asphalt around here, an attempt to grow taller, get bigger, one way or another. 9:09 and 3 seconds. Now, let me ask you, you know the kid Riggs got your brother, because he clearly got revenge for Sean taking out this guy. Who? Frick. You know, a kid named Riggs. Little dude, big mouth, dark sun. Don't think so. So Frick doesn't even know who Riggs is. Couldn't see Frick's reflection. Couldn't see any of their reflections. Just mine. Ding. Okay, floor number 2. Who do you think's coming out?
Sean. I want Sean to come out so bad.
Sean.
Oh my gosh, I skipped a page here. Almost there. Come on. You would never survive in prison, nephew. 1 floor to go. To get out of this stupid steel box, this vertical coffin. Him, Sean. Sean?
White.
Look at
t-shirt.
you, big man. Pop. So he's talking to everybody. It is Sean. When we were kids, I would follow Sean around the apartment making the strangest noise with my mouth, like a burp mixed with a yawn, mixed with a hum, for 20 minutes straight. To punish me, he would wait for me to run out of steam, and then to my surprise, he wouldn't say a word to me for the rest of the day. Sean? Why won't you say nothing? Why are you ignoring me? I did like you told me to do, like Buck told you, like Grandpa told Uncle Mark, like Uncle Mark told Pop. I followed the rules. Sean, I didn't cry, I didn't snitch, and I'm on my way to take care of your killer. I know it was Riggs. I think it was Riggs. I know it was Riggs. I'm scared, Sean. Tell me I'm doing the right thing. The rules are the rules, right? Right?
Not talking, bro.
And what's happening with Sean?
He's crying.
I thought you said no crying, Sean. You said no crying. Even though his face was wet with tears, he wasn't supposed to cry when he was alive. I couldn't see him as anything less than my brother, my favorite, my only. And there was a sound like whatever makes elevators work, cables and cogs or whatever, grinding, rubbing, metal on metal, from the mouth, from the belly of Sean. However, he never said nothing to me, just made that painful, piercing sound. As suddenly as the elevator came to a stop, ding. Yeah.
In that picture, it shows a chain, but in the other one, where's the chain?
What chain?
Oh,
Oh, on him? I don't know. Just isn't there.
you can see the
Gone.
white and then you can see the color. Wait, no, not the color, the chin.
So the elevator happens. Here's all the people that were with them.
And they're all smoking. It says no smoking.
5 cigarettes. Sean hadn't lit one. I felt like the cigarette meant for him was burning in my stomach, filling me with stinging fire. 9:09:09 a.m. And then they all start to get out of the elevator.
I see these black.
You coming? That's it.
I wanted to
That's
hear more
sad.
of Dick's story.
I'm sad now. That's sad.
So we have to interpret this because the author doesn't tell us exactly what happens, okay? Because that's the end of the story. They got to the bottom of the elevator and then everybody got out and Sean says, "You coming?" So what do you guys think is going to happen?
What?
Is there 2 stories to this? Darn.
He's either gonna kill Riggs and then get killed, I think, or I think he might commit suicide or something.
Why would you think that?
Because a bunch of dead people left the elevator, and Sean's asking him if he's coming.
Okay?
Maybe what I originally thought that Sean, the reason why he said you coming, because I thought he was gonna show him to whoever his killer was.
Wait.
Did any of the people on the elevator tell Will, "Don't do it"?
No.
No. None of them? They weren't like, "Hey, don't do it, it's a bad idea." Yeah, Matthew?
all these people were dead in the elevator, right?
Uh-huh.
The shooter is still alive. He could, all these people that he killed, I don't know who killed them. I'm just thinking the killer killed all of them, but I'm thinking the killer used 2 bullets on Sean and everybody else, because
Well, there's a different killer in it.
Yeah, all of them were a different killer. Just go listen to part 3 because that will help you understand that a little bit better too.
Wait.
Good thinking though. Yeah.
Maybe when when he's telling him to come, he's maybe trying to tell him who the actual killer is. Maybe it's not Riggs, it could be someone else.
So do you think maybe all those ghosts are gonna go help him figure out who actually killed
Yeah.
Sean?
No.
Based on the story and what Sean did, Sean was obviously really upset, right? Do you think he really wants to go show Will how to kill the other guy? No,
They're not how to
we
kill
learned
them,
we learned though that it's just a cycle. It's just everybody kills somebody else, right?
It's never gonna stop.
So is it gonna stop?
No.
What would be the right way to stop it?
Oh wait. Maybe he's actually
Getting away
dead
with it.
with them.
So what's interesting is a lot of people there's a lot of reasons to believe that is true or isn't true. His mom doesn't even acknowledge him in the first part. There's a lot of people, a lot of reasons when you reread this, we'll talk more about him tomorrow, but that show that maybe he was dead the whole time. Because there's actually very little reason to see that he was alive. Maybe he died in that shooting. There were 2 shots, right? But we will talk more about that tomorrow, but try to be thinking about why.
What do you mean he might not be alive? Who?
Will?
He might actually be still dead.
So, and some people have said, look at this. See how it's all like white and shiny? Maybe they're dead. I
Wait,
don't know.
one more thing.
Put your papers on the stack.
One more
Yeah.
thing.